Hey, y'all, this is Jillian Rico. I want to get some NFL news after the Super Bowl that just happened yesterday. And I will get to that because I have some news that all of us are going to be surprised of. But let's get to the news. Starting with the Bills, DJ Mangus has been hired as the offensive quality control coach. So, not sure that kind of position, but congratulations to him. But I'm not sure what kind of position it is. All right, but this was the big one today. Mike Zimmer. So this was going to be the report that the Cowboys are expecting to hire Mike Zimmer. All right, couple hours. Then we were hearing that Rex Ryan interviewed for the Cowboys DC. It's official. It's not Rex Ryan taking this job. Mike Zimmer has agreed to terms to become the new Cowboys defensive coordinator. Last time we saw him as a defensive coordinator, 2008 to 2013, when he was with the Cincinnati Bengals as the DC. A lot of good know him when he was a head coach of Minnesota. After that, he was with Jackson State in 2022. And then he was with Colorado with Deion Sanders in 2023 as an analysis. But he's going back to Dallas, where he's been to Dallas before as a defense assistant, nickel, 1994, defensive backs coach from 1995 to 1999. And this is an interesting one. He's been a defensive coordinator from 2000 to 2006. So he's going back. He knows the team, and he's going back to Dallas to become the defensive coordinator. Now, is that going to push the Cowboys to a Super Bowl contender? Uh maybe a punch to the NFC Championship game. That would make sense because Mike Zimmer, he's got good numbers as a defensive coordinator. But when he was the head coach in Minnesota, he calls the defense. They've been bottom, 25th, 26th, 27th. You can look at those numbers when he was the head coach of Minnesota. Probably the last 2 or 3 seasons as a Vikings head coach. So, but overall, congrats to him. But for all of us here, is this going to push the Cowboys to a legitimate shot to the NFC Championship game? Is he better than Dan Quinn? We got to see. Okay, I think Dan Quinn has been a good defense coordinator in Dallas. I think Mike Zimmer could make this more improved. I think he's going to do something with the corners. Stephon Gilmore, will he be back in Dallas? Who is he? What kind of defensive scheme is Mike Zimmer going to bring in? Congrats to him. Honestly, that was a good move for Dallas to get him. And then earlier yesterday, that we were told that I was told that the 49ers are expected to hire Clint Kubiak to be the new OC. They have reached a deal. So Clint Kubiak has reached the deal with the Saints to become their new offensive coordinator. They're expecting this deal to be finalized. And for the 49ers, they have lost offensive coordinators. Ever since Mike Macdonald's gone, not sure who they had at their OC because Kyle Shanahan has been calling plays. So now you get the sense of San Francisco need to find a new OC because I'm not sure what's going on. But Clint Kubiak's going to be the new OC. He's done this. He's done great things with Minnesota. And then he was with Denver passing game coordinator, maybe in that position. But now he's going to be the OC in New Orleans. Congrats to him. Let's get to roster cuts. We have 3. We have an offensive lineman who got released. Ponder Peles Harwin the third. He got released. Chumwan, I can't say his offensive line name, but he's released. The big one, Mitch Trubisky, has been released after 2 seasons with the Steelers. Is this the decision for Pittsburgh to say, We got Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett. Because I think they seen that Kenny Pickett could be a starter, and then Mason Rudolph is a decent backup. But Trubisky's been like a third stringer. It looked like it's a third stringer. But we'll see where Trubisky will go. As of right now, he's a free agent. Well, once the 2024 season starts and free agency starts, that's where he will be signed. So basically, yeah, it wouldn't make sense why. Washington, they hired former Giants offensive line coach Bobby Johnson as their new offensive line coach. Former Seahawks and Raiders defensive coordinator Ken Norton Jr. as their linebackers coach. John Paget will also join Washington as defensive. Well, he previously was a defensive coordinator for the Chargers and Raiders. He is probably, I think, the defensive specialist or some part of the defensive coaching staff. But overall, that's the news. But not only that, I want to give y'all a surprise because, oh my goodness, this Super Bowl has been the most watched in the history of television. Yes, you heard me right. This Super Bowl 58 was the most watched television show in history as an estimate of 123.4 million people watched the Kansas City Chiefs rally in overtime to defeat the San Francisco 49ers. All around the world, Brazil, Germany, Mexico. I mean, everybody watched that. Look, you hear that number again. 123.4 million people watched this game, and they also saw the comeback in Kansas City. CBS said they figured included viewers across their platforms and was up 7% from last year's 115.1 million average viewers, which is also the previous record. So that's a lot of people who've watched that Super Bowl from last year. But this year, it looked like a new record has been broke with 123.4 million people who have watched this. Hit the like button and subscribe, as I will give you more of NFL news. As well, I got some college basketball as we're getting closer to March Madness. And as always, see you in the next one.